All right, Heather's going to be right back. She's going to take a breather and get mic'd up. And I just want to let you all know, all that hula hoop that she did, I taught her that. And I knew you wouldn't believe me. So I decided I'm going to prove it. 6 of them at once. All right, you ready for this? I would have just come up and dropped the mic, but Kelly would have kicked my butt, so there's no way I'm doing that. So, interesting thing about Heather, she's also a fire dancer. Thank you. Yes, dancing with fire. Yes, we wanted her to dance with fire up here. The entire committee was shocked when I gave my vote yes. They're like, no, you're like the president of the board here. You're supposed to be like the conservative. I'm like, no, man, fire dancing on our stage in front of you guys? How cool. So after the initial shock, they're like, all right, well, let's see if we can do this. The fire marshal and our insurance agent said, no. Not just no, but no. I'm like, come on, it's okay, shit, yeah, no, we couldn't. But we have a brick wall, it'd be fine. Nope, they still said no. So, to explain a little bit more about flow arts, please welcome back to the stage, Heather Denham.
Hi. So, who here likes to exercise? Really? A couple of you? Okay, well, I have a secret. I really hate to exercise, like a lot. So, I have a secret. You know that old saying, find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life? Well, I feel that way about movement. So, flow arts. What is this crazy thing we call flow arts? Well, you may have heard of it by different terms. Circus arts, prop manipulation, prop spinning. But it also could be called juggling as an umbrella term. Some people don't like that term juggling, and some people don't like that term flow artist, so there's a bit of a debate. Some people say they're not, they're not flowing, they're technical, and they've practiced so much that they don't consider themselves in the flow. And some also don't consider themselves artists, so go figure. So for me, I like the term flow art. And there's a lot of different props that have to do with flow arts. My favorite is hula hoop, and like you mentioned, this lights on fire. So you dip these wicks into white gas. It's like the camp fuel you use for when you're camping. And then you spin off the excess, and then you light it up, just a regular lighter, and then it lasts for about 5 minutes. So you probably don't want to try it unless you've been practicing for a while, and you don't want to try it unless you have a fire safety watching you in case something goes wrong. So always have that fire safety. And then my other favorite is the staff. So the history of these two props is, well, staff, as you could imagine, martial arts, fighting and stuff like that. And then the hoop, I'm sure you've heard of this 50s, craze we had. And, but they have been around since, ancient times. The Egyptians have hieroglyphics with using hoops. So, in recent times, about in the last 20 years, there's been a resurgence because String Cheese Incident, it's a band, they started throwing out hula hoops to the crowd and kind of started a resurgence of hula hooping. So, hold on, I forgot what I was gonna say next. Pause for the edit. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, so where do we get this term flow from? Well, Mihai Csikszentmihalyi is kind of the father of this term flow. In the 1970s, he started researching, because he's a psychologist, he started researching happiness. And he interviewed, from then till now, he's interviewed over 8,000 people, poets, artists, and even some high-powered businessmen. And they all reported back this feeling of being carried by water and being immersed in what they were doing. And so he came up with the term flow. And Michael Jordan calls it being in the zone. And jazz musician Coltrane calls it being in the pocket. and tap dancers say that sometimes too. And Robin Williams called it his forever box. So just when he was like in his perfect comedy state of mind where he was just playing joke after joke and making the whole audience laugh. So he discovered that there's quite a few things that happen in flow. You have this mental clarity. You know how well you're doing in the moment. There's this sense of timelessness. Either time shortens or time speeds up. There's both of those. And the last one that I really like is the skill to challenge ratio. So if you have the right ratio of skill to challenge, flow is kind of anticipated. So what I mean is, if you're challenged, so first you have to really like what you're doing. So step one, like what you're doing. And then if you're challenged just enough, not to the point of frustration, and so if you're not challenged enough, you also get bored. So you have to be in this really sweet spot. And then flow is anticipated. So why do we flow artists get to claim this word flow? Well, that's a good question. I think that as soon as you pick up a prop, it kind of like informs what your movement is doing. And sometimes when you're trying to do a trick and all of a sudden you get the trick right, this like just happiness, joyfulness, explosion happens, especially if you've really been trying for a long time. And so other people might say that it's kind of the point of what you're doing. You're not trying to get to another, like you're not playing a piano and trying to make up a song. You're doing what you're creating, what you're trying to do in the moment. So why do I want you guys to go pick up a toy or get a pair of socks and put a rubber ball in the end? This cost me $2 at the dollar store for both socks and 2 balls. And so it's fun. I mean, you're exercising even though you don't think you are. You get in the zone, you may, even just find that it's really meditative and healing to just play with a hula hoop. It's crazy. So I just encourage you to find something that you like to do, moving your body. You could just dance around the house, whatever it is. But moving your body can be fun. Exercise doesn't have to be a chore, so try it. Thanks.